Hello, and welcome back to your Grace Grit and Everything in Between podcast. I'm so glad you're here. Ellie comes with a board this week. Today's episode is called Outside Influences Affect Your Results, and it's a big one. We're going to talk about how the world around you, what you listen to, what you watch, who you spend time with, shapes the way you think and the results you create. I'll be sharing some of Bob Proctor's teachings, including his famous diagram of the mind, to help you understand how your conscious and subconscious mind actually work, and how by changing what influences you, you can start changing your entire life. Now, this is something that literally just clicked in me. So, your conscious mind is your thinking mind. It's where you take in information through what you hear, see, read, and focus on. Your subconscious mind is your emotional mind. It's where all your beliefs, habits, and identity live. And here's the thing, the subconscious doesn't filter, it accepts whatever it's fed repeatedly. And there's the body, which simply carries out what the subconscious believes. That's why your results, your actions, your habits, your circumstances always reflect what's programmed beneath the surface. So if you're not getting the results you want, it's not because you're lazy or broken. It's because your subconscious has been shaped by outside influences that don't align with the life that you actually want. So think about it. From childhood, we're influenced by our parents, teachers, media, friends, culture. We're constantly absorbing beliefs like money's hard to make, you have to play it safe, you're not good enough, dreams are for other people. All of that sinks into the subconscious and it becomes truth for us until we start questioning it. So when we try to change our results, maybe through affirmations or motivation, but our subconscious still runs on fear, doubt, or lack, our results don't shift because your subconscious always wins over your conscious willpower. But here's the good news. You can reprogram your mind. It's not overnight, but it's absolutely possible. And it's something I did. I was very much from everything that had happened to me in my life, I was very much like, why me? Why is all this happening to me? What have I done? I was just in that victim mentality where I just thought that, it was something that I couldn't escape. That was just my life until I started listening to Bob Proctor on YouTube. And I started attending his free masterclasses. This was when he was still alive. Um, and to be honest, I took in all the free courses that I could get because I was that desperate to change my life and stop the pattern that I was in. I just wanted to kind of, I wanted to live. I just didn't want to kind of just exist anymore. So here are some of the ways to start shifting those influences and rewriting the script. Guard your input. Be intentional about what you watch, listen to, and who you spend time with. You're either feeding growth or reinforcing limitation. There is this saying that you are likened to the five people that you spend the most time with. So if you are spending time with people that are really negative, that are really always complaining, that are always going on about the bad things that are happening, and they never show any positives, and that's predominantly who you're hanging around with, then that is going into your subconscious. It's filtering through to your subconscious. So you then, without any fault of your own, you start doing the same. You can use repetition. Bob Proctor always said, repetition is the mother of learning. Repeat empowering thoughts, visualize your desired outcomes, and read or listen to material that aligns with your goals. There is so much stuff on YouTube. There is so much, like you can just put in motivation morning and it'll give you a 10-minute, or their sleep affirmations, sleep hypnosis, sleep meditations that literally give you the I am affirmations while you're falling asleep, and that will help reprogram your subconscious. Um, Take aligned action by maybe reaching out and letting me be your coach. Signing up for a program where I will help you align with what you want. Small, consistent actions signal to the subconscious that the new belief is true. You're literally training your mind to trust the new pattern. Surround yourself with good energy, growth energy, not victim mentality, not fixed mentality, growth. That people who uplift you, conversations that stretch you, mentors that see your potential. These are the environments that retrain your brain to expect more. You remember, like the people that you could be hanging around with could be family, they could be friends. But if they're making you stay in within the pattern that you're in, then they are not you're not benefiting for what you could potentially have in your life. You don't have to explain your actions or anything to anyone, but I am a true believer that your mind does not control you, you control your mind. And one way for you to be able to do that is by looking around you and seeing the things that you maybe need to take out and put in. So, when we talk about changing your life, it's not just about working harder, it's about changing your programming. And I think that's why something like network marketing, which is what literally opened my eyes, came to me at the right time, completely gave me a different insight. And when I was going to events and I was seeing all these empowering women and I was hearing how they'd come from really negative backgrounds and they made something for themselves, they're successful in their own right, that kind of switched on at me, and I was just taken in, which was eye-opening because I didn't believe anything like that was possible. I'd always had this I want to be a millionaire, or I am a millionaire. In my adult life, I am a millionaire, and I've got that in my diaries, and I always knew that I was going to be something, but I didn't know how until I joined obviously this industry and actually saw what was possible if you really worked hard at it. Um, so outside influences are powerful, but so are you. When you consciously choose what you let in, you start to rewire your inner world. And that's what creates the results on the inside, that creates the results on the outside. Remember, your thoughts become feelings, your feelings drive actions, and your actions create results. It's all connected. Going back to a couple of exercises ago, um, episodes ago, where I said that it was all connected, it really is. It is all connected. I'm just hoping that this episode just makes that shift for you. So it's all connected from the input to the internal story to the outcome. So Bob Proctor said, "You were born rich, not in money, but in potential." That potential is still inside you, waiting for you to change what you're allowing in. So I want to ask you this. What are you feeding your mind today? And is it aligned to the results you want to see? So here we go. Let's do this diagram for you. So let's break this down visually because this is the part that changes everything once you see it. So imagine this big circle as your mind. And inside there is two parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And then you have the body. I'm trying to strangle myself with my headphone wire. So this is what represents the actions. So this is your conscious mind, and this is your subconscious. This is your actions, and what you get from your actions is the results in your life. Okay? So Think of your mind with antennas at the top of it. What you hear, see, and experience from the outside world flows into your it flows into your conscious mind, which then goes into your subconscious mind without you even doing anything through repetition, emotion, and focus. So those repeated thoughts and messages sink into the subconscious where they become beliefs. Your subconscious then tells your body how to act, and those actions create your results. Now, this could be the news. This could be family members. This could be drama. This could be negativity. Um, it could be illness. Because if you've got a doctor telling you that this, that, and the other, and you're not going to be able to do anything, just like they told me that I was going to be in a wheelchair by 50, if you are being told that, you believe it because it just filters through to your subconscious and then you start acting. And that by the surgeons telling me that I was going to be in a wheelchair by the time I was 50, that I couldn't do anything, couldn't exercise. My life was over at 37. And I listened to them for 4 years, and ultimately that gave me really, really bad results. I ended up with £32,000 worth of debt because someone ran up all my credit cards. I had nearly lost control of everything. I didn't leave the house because I literally thought, what was the point? So, literally, the news is a massive one. I don't actually watch television. So, I'm going to put TV here, like soaps. Like, are they controlling your life? Do you have to sit down by 7 o'clock because Emmerdale's on? Even know if Emmerdale's still a thing, but um, you know, are you wasting your Sunday catching up on an omnibus of 3 hours of one sh when you could literally take that 3 hours and start earning money? That people that say they've got no time for anything, it's because they're giving time for things that are not benefiting them. They're losing their potential that was given to them because they can't see that they're in such a kind of pattern of this outside influence affecting everything through. So it is really simple when you look at it. Outside influence, thought, belief, action, results. That's why you don't change what's influencing you. You keep creating the same results, even if you want something different, even if you wanted to start a diet. I'm really wanting to start this diet. I've gone out, I've brought all these foods, I've downloaded an exercise app. I'm going to start a diet. But if you've all got all these still in here and in here, you're not actually going to start the diet. You'll start it, but you won't do it for 90 days. And like I said in previous episodes, 21 days is the goal. 21 days you form a new habit. 90 days it changes your life. I stopped watching news 9 years ago. I stopped watching the television 9 years ago because it kind of from watching some of these the Bob Proctor kind of mindset course that I did. Um, he was just like, this is going to give you back time, the gift of time. And this is the gift of time is something that I think everyone takes for granted because we tell ourselves we have no time. We have no time to do this. And it's just an excuse. I have no time, but I'll sit in front of the television for 3 hours watching my soaps. And then you'll say, but I enjoy that. Really? You enjoy watching drama on the television? How is that benefiting your life? Is that paying you? Are you getting paid to watch the television? So now I only watch what I want to watch on the television at the times I want to watch the television. I control that. I basically took control of everything that was taking away time. And it just dawned on me one time when I was doing the makeup art, like people were doing coming here for one-to-ones for makeup, and they cancel on me. And at first, it used to get me down because I'd gone through all of this trouble to clean everything, make sure everything was sterilized, ready for me to do someone's makeup and they'd let me down. And at first, it was really kind of, oh, then my mindset shifted. Wait a minute, I've got the gift of time. I've got an hour and a half now that I can do anything I want. What am I going to do? I'm going to do something for me. It's really that simple, but it does take consistent action and it does take you needing to do it every single day for 90 days for it to change your life. So, the power is this. You can start feeding your mind new information, new energy, and new expectations. And when you do, your subconscious begins to shift, your actions align, and your results will follow. So, that's basically it for this episode. Like, there's your diagram. Do you know, Lucas was really struggling um, a few years back. We had a lot of things happen. Well, as you know, a lot of things were happening, and he has he's Asperger's, so he kind of needs all the information, but also gets very overwhelmed and struggles. And when he struggles, he gets really frustrated. And he had a whiteboard on his bedroom, and I actually went through this whole thing with him. Do you know he left that diagram on his whiteboard for over a year? It literally helped him understand so much. Um, it really is a powerful diagram. So I encourage you, if you are dealing with any of these things right now, that you know, like if you sat there and thought about it, you would know that these are actually taking away your freedom, your happiness, your identity, your future. Put this on your fridge. Very simple diagram, very, very powerful. So, in this episode, we sparked. Sorry, let's start again. If this episode has sparked something in you and you're ready to start consciously reprogramming your beliefs and shifting your results, I'm currently taking on new coaching and mentoring clients. You'll find all the details in the show notes, or you can connect with me directly through Facebook on the Facebook group. What I'm trying to do with my coaching nowadays, I've always been a coach. I've done many courses in NLP, PTSD, addiction, mental health in adults and young people and children. Um, I've done a number of courses. And what I'd kept that all for was to help ladies that joined me in my network marketing business. There was something that, because I saw that as a funnel to help them transform. And honestly, best thing ever is watching a transformation. They make me happy. But I believe that I'm restricting other people because unless you're going to kind of join my team, you're not actually going to get the coaching and the mentoring that I want to be able to give. So I can't make anyone choose me to help them. But if you do decide to choose me as your coach, your mentor, it would be my mission to help you align with what you want in your life and to live the life that you desire. And I know that I can make that so. Um, so thanks for listening, for being open, and for doing this work. Thank you again, because once you take control of your inner world, your outer world can't help but change. Until next week, take care of yourself. And I am available if anyone needs to reach out. Just just find me on the Facebook group under Grace Grit and Everything in Between podcast, and you can reach out to me there. But I have uploaded the energy sheet that I said that's in the group. So yeah, I'll see you next week.